Hello friends, good morning. So let's just continue the series of the previous lecture. So we are actually discussing trigonometry, okay? And in previous lecture we have discussed how to measure in radiant and the relationship between degree and radiant. So in this lecture I am going to discuss, or I want to discuss some other facts about the measurement and some basic definition that you already know. So you know that while measuring in degree, the one complete rotation we took as 360 degree. So whenever we took this as 360 degree, and since this is the degree measurement, like this, so we can divide this measurement into the four coordinate that we already learned in coordinate geometry. So this is the first quadrant, second, third and fourth. Okay, so these are the quadrant, and this is the measurement in degree is 0 degree, this will be 90 degree, 180 degree, 270 degree, and again here it is 360 degree. So that's how it complete one rotation, this one rotation. Okay, now sign of these quadrants are, we already know. Here x-axis and y-axis both are positive, so the sign is plus plus. Here x-axis is negative but y-axis is positive, so minus plus. Here we have x-axis negative, y-axis negative, right? So minus minus, and here we have x-axis positive but y-axis negative. So that's how the sign of the quadrant system is. Okay, so just remember this because we are going to use this thing again. Now I'm just showing you the basics definitions that we already know of the trigonometry, that if this is the angle theta and this is the right angle triangle A B C, so this is called as hypotenuse of the triangle, hypotenuse. This will call adjacent side because it is adjacent to that theta angle, adjacent side, and this will called as opposite because it's opposite in the theta. So opposite side. Okay, now the basic 6 definitions that you already know, I'm just revising it. That sine theta, if I want to measure a sine theta of this angle, then it is opposite upon hypo, which is nothing but AB upon AC. Okay, similarly cos theta will be nothing but adjacent upon hypo, which is nothing but BC upon AC, and tan theta is nothing but adjacent upon, opposite upon adjacent, which is AB upon BC. Okay, so this thing you already know. Similarly the reverse of this thing is sine theta is equal to 1 upon cosec theta. So from this you know the identity that sine theta into cosec theta is equal to 1. Okay, so this all we actually have discussed in the revision lecture. That is the very first lecture of this series. You can just go to the YouTube and watch the lecture again if you have any confusion. So I'm just writing the opposite one, which is cos theta into sec theta is 1, and tan theta into cot theta is 1. Okay, we already know that sine theta upon cos theta is equal to tan theta. This relation also we know. Okay. Now I just want you to explain how the sign change in this quadrant system as per the measurement. So in this quadrant, if you are measuring the angle between 0 to 90 degree, in this quadrant all these ratio, all these 6 ratio that we have seen, sin, cos, tan, cosec, sec and cot, all these 6 ratio are positive. So I am just writing all positive in this quadrant. In the second quadrant, only sine angle is positive, other all are negative. So if you are measuring from 90 to 180, only sine angle will turn out positive, other values will be negative. In third quadrant, only tan will positive, other everything is negative in third quadrant. And in fourth quadrant, only cos is positive, everything is negative. Okay, so in simple word, we just remember it from the first word, all, sin, tan, cos. So we remember it, add sugar to coffee. Add sugar to coffee. All positive, sin positive, tan positive, cos positive. Okay, add sugar to coffee. That's how you remember. So these things are positive, else everything, every angle is negative in this quadrant. So remember this thing because we are going to need it. Now some basic identities that you already know is the one identity that you know and you solve question on it is sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1, the well known identity. One more identity you know is 1 plus tan square theta is equal to sec square theta, and 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cosec square theta. Okay, so these are the 3 identity that we already know. So now I am going to solve some example so that you understand it well. Okay, so I am just writing an example here. Okay, so I just wrote an example here. If sin theta, the value of sin theta is given 15 by 17, where theta lies in second quadrant. This is the second information given, and we need to find value of tan theta. Now from just we have seen the relationship that this tan theta is equal to sin theta upon cos theta. So we can find out tan theta by using that formula. So tan theta is equal to sin theta upon cos theta. Okay. Now sin theta is given is sin theta 15 by 17. I need to find cos theta. Okay, how I will find cos theta? So I know this identity that sin theta square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. So from this I can find out cos square theta, and from this I can find out cos theta. So I am using the same identity. So now to find cos theta, because I need cos theta here, I know that since sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1, so I need cos theta. I am shifting this sin theta to this side. I will get cos square theta equal to 1 minus sin square theta, taking square root to both sides. Square root to both sides, I will get cos theta equal to plus or minus root 1 minus sin square theta. Okay, is this clear to everyone how we read this? Okay, simple. We just need use the identity. Now sine square theta, the value is given to me. So since sine theta is given to me 15 upon 17, so I am just substituting the value. So I will get cos theta equal to plus or minus 1 minus 15 upon 17. So cross multiply it. I'm solving this here. 1 minus 15 upon 17. Cross multiply this. Get 17 into 1 minus 15 into 1 divided by 17. Okay, 1 into 17. So what will I get? 17 minus 15 upon 17, which is okay. So now so this is the identity that we got. Now the value of sine theta is given 15 upon 17. So I am just substituting the value here. Okay, what I got here, cos theta equal to, sorry about this thing, cos theta equal to plus minus root 1 minus sine square theta. So sine theta is given 15 by 17 square. Now just solve this thing and we got the identity. So 15 upon 17, so I just make a square of this thing. So 15 upon 17 is 225 upon 289. I just take a square of the both number. And now just subtract this. So I am subtracting it here. 1 minus 225 upon 289. What will it give me? 289 minus 225 divided by 289. Right. So it is plus or minus under root 289 minus 225 divided by 289. Just do the calculations and we will get 64 upon 289. Okay. So plus and minus, the square root of 64 is 8, 289 is 17. So 8 by 17. Now the confusion is what value of cos theta should I take? Because I got plus as well as minus due to this square root. So here the information from the question comes to rescue us. It is given that theta lies in second quadrant. Okay, in second quadrant, and we just have seen that in this first second quadrant only sign is positive, other all values are negative. So my cos theta will be negative in second quadrant because it lies in second quadrant. So that's why I'll take this as, since theta lies in second quadrant, cos theta will be negative. So that's why my cos theta will be minus 8 by 17. Now I find out cos theta. So what will be the tan theta? Tan theta will be sin theta upon cos theta, which is equal to 15 by 17 upon minus 8 by 17, which is 15 by 17 into minus 17 upon 8. These get cancelled and I got minus 15 upon 8. That is the value of my tan theta, which I wanted to find out. Okay, so that's how we solve this example. So just take another example, that if sin A equal to 1 by 4, find out cos A. Now the quadrant information is not given here. So again, since given is sin A is 1 by 4 and I need to find cos A. So I know that cos square A equal to 1 minus sin square A. So cos A will equal to plus minus root of 1 minus sin square A. Okay, just substitute value here. Plus minus root 1 minus sin is given 1 by 4 square, which is plus minus root 1 minus 1 by 16. Just simplify this, you will get 16 minus 1 upon 16, which is equal to plus minus root 15 upon 16, which is equal to plus minus root 15 upon 4. This 16 will come out of the root as the 4. Now quadrant is not given, so we are unable to decide whether we use plus sign or minus sign, but that's the value of cos A. Okay. Now I want you to to solve this example. So try this example. If cos theta is equal to 8 by 9, find tan theta if theta lies in first quadrant. Okay, so try this example. I'll show some more example in this. So we also have the example like prove that or show that. So for example, I need to prove that cosec square theta minus cos square theta into cosec square theta equal to 1. Okay, so I'm just starting with LHS. LHS is given cosec square theta minus cos square theta into cosec square theta. So I'm taking this cosec square theta common. Cosec square theta 1 minus cos square theta, but since I know that sin square theta is nothing but 1 minus cos square theta, so I am substituting this value as sin square theta. So I'll get cosec square theta into sin square theta, and from this inverse identity I know that sin square theta into cosec theta is 1. So what will I get? Cosec theta into sin theta square, because they both have square term here, and this is 1, so 1 square, which is equal to 1, which is nothing but your RHS. So that's how we prove it. Can you try to solve this example? Prove that cos to the power 4a minus sin to the power 4a equal to cos square a minus sin square a. Okay, just try to prove this example. See how much you are able to solve it. Till then, have a nice day. Bye. Thanks for watching.